I do want to search his cabin.
Legrand is risking not just his career, but his health as well on his hunt for the Raven. He's working like a demon. Maybe that's why he caught the Raven and no one else.
Raven or copycat? I'm leaning toward the copycats. Examine hallway.
An alarm like this one was set off yesterday.
Yes.
This one hasn't been set off. The security seal is intact.
Oh, do we know which one has been set off? We don't even know who set off the alarm last night.
I'm not paying for this trip, and that's a fair price for my cabin. It's rather plain, shall we say.
So I guess my cabin is this way too? Go into the cabin.
No,
Oh.
I've slept enough.
Oh no. Oh yeah, it is that way, but I do want to go in and check it out. So if my objective now is to examine the glass, I should probably head back upstairs, right? But yeah, that's like the only way to go. Can't go down anymore. Yeah, let's go back up. Oh, goodbye, Renana. I'll see you again next week. Examine the glass. The saloon. Examine the champagne bottle too. Oh, the captain is here. Captain DeConti. Oh, also Lady Westmacott. So where is your assistant? Is she also on board? Let's talk to the captain first.
Captain DeConti is sitting at the bar again. He gave me the glass of champagne last night. Hello, Captain DeConti.
Hey, Constable Zelna. You're back on your feet again. Glad to see you.
What was your experience of last night?
Oh, terrible. Dinner was fantastic. Everyone was excited about having a pleasant drink under the stars. And then this.
You were in the saloon all night long.
As the captain, I have to care for my passengers. After you and the others rushed out, I tried to maintain a festive atmosphere. But when the alarm goes off, I lose the battle.
If you don't mind me asking, but how many passengers are on board right now? Captain? This ship feels empty right now. Can only count a handful of people on board. With my two hands. With all my fingers. Or maybe with one hand. With 5 fingers. How many people are on board right now? Maybe this is not the cruising season, guys. This is like the cruise during the pandemic. With no one on board.
How was the Baroness?
She really surprised me. After she was so unapproachable at the reception and didn't show her face for the entire afternoon, I was afraid she was one of the bores and bourgeoisie. But then she arrived in the early evening in the best of moods. Already had a few, if you know what I mean.
Did she say anything to you?
She asked me where Legrand's cabin was. I told her, then invited her to come for drinks in the evening. I said it would be great fun. The whole ship will be there, and you don't want to miss that, I told her.
And then?
She seemed to like the idea. She smiled, and then left again for a few minutes. Then she came back and seemed very happy. We drank a toast to life.
But at some point she didn't feel well anymore?
She overdid it a bit. She suddenly started to swoon and almost spilled her drink. I asked her if she wanted to rest for a moment in her cabin. At first, she didn't want to, She definitely wanted to stay in the saloon. But then she realized that she really did need to lie down. We left together. You know the rest of the story.
What about the champagne? The bottle?
Did everyone drink from the same bottle of champagne last night?
There was more than one bottle, if that's what you mean. There were quite a few guests, and the event lasted several hours.
The last bottle of champagne, the one the Baroness drank from, did anyone else drink from it?
Certainly.
Me.
Reason to believe that the champagne was drugged.
Incredible. But wouldn't that have made everyone drowsy?
Not if it was only the Baroness's glass that was drugged.
I see. That's possible. On a night like that, many glasses are filled and emptied. There are several stewards, many guests. No one keeps track of every glass and every bottle.
A few drops in a glass?
Yes, it's certainly possible.
What about my glass? Did we share the same glass?
The glass you handed me last night, where did you get it?
Ah, I understand. You think your glass was poisoned as well?
Did you pour it yourself?
No. I saw that you weren't doing so well and wanted to rescue the situation. I took the first available glass and I give it to you.
Was it on the table?
No, I hurry over to you, together with Dr. Gebhardt, who... Of course, he had the glass in his hand. He was looking around for a place to set it down, so that he could examine you. I took it from him.
And gave it to me?
I'd like to apologize for that, but you look so worse for the wear, and I just wanted to comfort you. I didn't think of looking for a new glass for you.
So the doctor had the drugged glass in his hand.
Interesting, guys. What about the alarm? Who set off the alarm?
Is it possible to find out where the alarm was set off?
I'm afraid not. There are alarms all over the ship.
I saw that they're sealed. Can't we just check whether the seal is broken?
I'm afraid they're gonna be missing on a lot of alarms. You know, this is an old ship, and over the years...
So, you're saying that the alarms haven't been regularly maintained?
I'll inform the crew immediately, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the passengers?
Oh, not that much, I'm afraid. I wanted to get to know them properly at the reception. In most cases, I just shook hands with them as they boarded the ship. There are a few regulars on board, and after dinner, I had a conversation with Mr. Kreutzer, a talented violinist, and Lady Westmacott. But you already know them from the train.
It seems like there aren't that many passengers on board.
These bloody airplanes are making our lives miserable. Can you imagine? Grown men prefer to jam themselves into a narrow metal coffins instead of enjoying the fresh sea air on a ship.
It's all about saving time.
It shouldn't be about how much time it takes to get from A to B, but about how you spend that time. What do you experience on the journey? That's what it's about.
I'll get back to my investigations now.
Ciao, Portaman.
Okay, so... new hotspot here, ice bucket. So, open the ice bucket. Thank you, Ray. Open the bucket.
The alcoholic drinks and everything that goes with them is top-notch on this ship. Fresh ice and tongs. They could be useful.
Could be very useful.
Zelda, what is the meaning of this? Are even the police light-fingered nowadays?
I need this tool for a criminal investigation.
Well then, why didn't you say so? But bring the tongs back when you're done. Otherwise, I'll have cold fingers all day.
Very funny, Captain. Okay, let's go talk to Lady Westmacott. The last time we talked to her is on the train.
Lady Westmacott seems to be an early bird, but maybe that's just because of all the excitement. I saw a twinkle in her eye on the train. She's eager to be part of a real detective story. Lady Westmacott, already on your oh.
Constable, don't you think before you speak?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No time for chit-chat. What have you found out?
We're still working on the case. Actually, I have a couple of questions for you.
Please, go ahead.
What did you think of our adventure on the train? An extraordinary story, isn't it?
I'm glad that you were able to prove yourself, Mr. Zellner.
Hopefully not for the last time.
I'm glad that everything ended well. I want to thank you sincerely for taking care of Matthew. I can't bear to think about something happening to him.
It all worked out in the end.
So where is the boy? Is he also on board?
Do you think that the thief from the train and the murderer are the same person?
I think the new Raven is capable of anything.
Legrand believes there is no new Raven. He thinks that the old one has returned.
He said that.
Do you think it's possible? Everyone thinks he's dead.
As a dramatist, the return of the Raven would certainly be delightful. A legend comes back from the grave for one last job. It's quite romantic. At the same time, though, I'd be disappointed.
Why is that?
I followed the Raven's career closely. There weren't many burglars with such character and charm. His burglaries were clever and entertaining, but he was sloppy in London. He almost got caught, and I'll never forgive him for the affair on the train. No, I would much rather that the Raven stayed dead and had nothing to do with the burglary or the murder.
What do you think? Who is our suspect?
Everyone, or almost everyone. Everyone on board is physically capable of shooting someone, but who has the dark desire to take the life of a defenseless person?
One cannot read minds.
And one should not try. You have to collect evidence, traces, clues. That's what will lead us to the killer. It won't be like a bad crime novel, in which they introduce a new character shortly before the end who, surprise, surprise, is also the murderer.
Murderers leave evidence. They're nervous or unnaturally relaxed. They have to adjust constantly.
And because of that, they make mistakes. This is your chance, Constable. If you find the mistake, you'll find your murderer.
Right. Mistakes. But I'm sure there are going to be a lot of red herrings too along the way.
Have you noticed anything related to the murder?
Unfortunately not. I was already in my cabin and missed all the commotion. Damnable old age.
You're telling me.
Oh, you're still young. At my age, you have to expect that you won't experience much anymore. And although I've written about murder so many times, I've never actually witnessed one. How exciting.
I doubt everyone is so relaxed in such a situation.
Heartless is the word you're searching for, right, Constable? I certainly didn't want the Baroness to be murdered, but if I can't undo it, then I might as well enjoy it.
Staying very positive, huh? Good for you. Good for you, Lady Westmacott.
What do you think of Inspector Legrand?
He seems to be as skilled as everyone says. Intelligent, focused. I had a chat with him yesterday, and he impressed me, but there's something haunted in his eyes.
I don't think he ever really stopped hunting the Raven.
Catching the Raven made him famous. What if he actually shot the wrong person? Unjustified fame bothers people, the good ones at least.
And you think he's one of the good ones?
Anyone who tries so hard to tear down his own memorial must be honorable. Or insane.
I have to be going, Lady Westmacott.
Please keep me informed, Constable Zellner.
Of course.
Maybe he has doubts too, guys. Maybe he also knows that it's possible that he shot the wrong person. That's why all these years he stayed so attentive into the case. Okay, we are back out here again. Ooh, haven't seen the towers before.
Big, soft towels. I could reserve a deck chair with it. No, better not.
Sidang. Anything new out here? You can actually walk all the way to the Fort Castle now. Yeah, let's go take a look. Oh, hello! Constable Oliver! That's where you are. So you are guarding the cargo hold. Sleeping on the job, man. I need to go tell the inspector. Wake up, Constable Oliver! Wake up!
It may not seem like it, but Constable Oliver is actually a very effective watchman.
You know what? Maybe this is my chance to go back to the cargo hold. We can go talk to the prisoner.
Stowaway surely didn't sleep well last night in the cargo hold, although his cell is probably more comfortable than my cabin, and more spacious.
Can I go down?
I have to talk to the young fellow right away.
Yes.
Even though he was already under arrest at the time of the shot, he may have noticed something before. And what about the other gunshot? Could the second missing bullet from the murder weapon be stuck down there in one of the wooden crates? If I want to get into the cargo hold, I'll have to get rid of the constable first. He won't let me talk to our young friend.
Are we sure? He's just asleep right now. But I just remember there were two missing bullets in the gun, right? So one killed the Baroness, and the other is now stuck inside the crate. So 2 bullets. I guess I have to wake him up. Constable Oliver. Here's a bottle too. He was drinking.
What's going on?
The Raven just flew by.
What?
Or at least, he might as well have.
I wasn't asleep.
I understand. It was just a ruse. What do you think? What happened here last night?
The Raven broke into the Baroness's cabin, she surprised him, and he shot her.
What was he looking for in her cabin?
She was a rich woman.
He didn't want to steal her purse. He wanted the third key.
So Legrand also told you about that.
Why did he lock the door?
Why not?
From inside? An impressive trick.
I'm not saying I know how he did it. I'm just saying that it was him.
Why didn't he leave a raven feather?
Are you serious? We'd have suspected him straight away.
But fortunately, we still did.
Yeah, I wish I can examine the cabin, guys. Then we can figure out a way how the murderer locked the door from the outside.
Any conclusions about our young stowaway?
Yeah, he's a bit suspicious, foreign and whatnot.
I see. Did he act suspiciously in any way?
No. The shot surprised him as much as it did me. Looked in on him earlier. Still seems to be asleep.
Covered with a blanket from head to toe?
Oh, he's still in there. I poked him.
Let's assume that the old Raven really has returned and that he really is responsible for all this. Who is he? Or she?
Oh, could be anyone. No one's ever seen the Raven.
He could also be paying someone else to do his dirty work.
Well, of course. It's a fact that he used to work with partners. They even arrested some of his accomplices.
But no one could ever identify the Raven himself. Some claim that they didn't even know that they were working for him. Fascinating. He could have hired someone with financial difficulties to set off the alarm at a certain time without that person knowing why they were doing it.
The man Legrand shot back then, he was a famous safecracker. He could just as well have been a henchman.
Or the real Raven. There's probably no better cover for a big thief than acting like a small one. May I go downstairs and have a couple of words with our guest?
No, you may not.
Come again?
Inspector Legrand wants to conduct all the interrogations himself.
I'm sure he'll understand if I form my own conclusions.
He ordered me to guard the door, and that's just what I'm gonna do.
How about a bit of individual initiative?
How about letting a man do his job? Or do you think you'd be better at it?
I don't want to keep you from your duties any longer.
Good idea.
Okay, so he's not letting us in. Look, a water bottle. Is he drinking water?
Constable Oliver brought something to drink. You can tell it's not the first time he's had to guard something. The bottle should be full of water, unless the good constable happens to have a secret alcohol problem. No way to verify that. I can't get the bottle without him noticing.
Do I need to get the water bottle? The hotspot is still there, guys.
The bottle should be full of water. No way to verify that.
Okay, I think I do need to get the bottle. Remind me what I have in my inventory. I got the pebbles, I got the tongs. Maybe I can distract the constable with the pebbles. Can he something with the pebbles?
Salty sea air in my old lungs, wind in my thinning hair. If I hadn't become a policeman, I could have been a sailor. I wonder if this game is an advanced version of bocce. Maybe the inventor realized that it's difficult to play ball games on a boat and came up with an alternative.
Oh, interesting, guy. Interesting game. I guess you roll the ball from here, huh? Just like ice curling. Yeah, I want to play this game. So, water bottle. I need to get the water bottle. Can I try the pebbles?
Small, even stones. Probably easier to handle on a ship than real soil.
Alright, goodbye Maria. I'll see you again next time. Have a good one. I want to try the pebbles. Wish I can hit it on to another hotspot. Oh, can even do it, guys. Oh, so I guess I can only interact with the hotspots with the correct items because they're not showing up here. Interesting design. So that minimizes a lot of guesswork in this game. Okay. The water bottle. I need to get the water bottle. What is this again? A sergeant.
These little sachets contain the evidence we've collected. At least the evidence that fits in little sachets.
Ah, okay, guys. Hope I have not missed any hotspot out here. You know what? I'm just going to use a highlight key. So I wasted that. There's nothing here. Okay, let's go. Can we go up? Yeah, go upstairs. There's another level.
We were here yesterday when we heard the shot, and it was also here where Legrand caught our stowaway.
Okay. And this is...
the ship's bridge. 2 men, one of them navigating. I get the impression that the officers keep things running. It seems like the captain concentrates on the passengers and the bar.
Yeah, right.
I better let the men do their work. If one of them had detected something yesterday, he'd already have informed Legrand or the captain.
Oh, another hotspot right here. Oh, where is it again? I've seen the hotspot. Search the corner.
There's
Ooh.
dirt piled up in the corner. Down below, where the passengers are, the ship is pretty clean. But the crew doesn't seem to care as much up here.
So that's the corner. We got the lifeboats.
A boat like this would also make a good hideout for a stowaway. Were the tarpaulins arranged like that on purpose so that no one could put them back in order once they get in? You can tell at a glance that everything is ship-shape with this boat. Why is there an axe hanging here? I suppose it's for chopping through ropes in the event that the lifeboats can't be lowered. Or they use it to enforce who's allowed on the boat and who's not.
But is that not just in fire axe? Using in emergency to open doors. Examine the grating. Okay, the fan is not working in this one.
The grate must be part of the ship's ventilation system. Nothing out of the ordinary.
But the fan is not spinning.
The grate shouldn't be so easy to open. Did the stowaway open it and we caught him in the act? No. The pipe is too narrow. He wouldn't fit in there. I guess the cover has been defective for a while. I could inform the captain that the grid has to be repaired, but if I start reporting all the problems on the ship, I'd have to shelve my murder investigation.
It looks like that's all there is. So I guess we eliminated 2 hiding spots for the stowaway. It's not the pipes, it's not the lifeboats. No more hotspots. Oh, the pipes.
This isn't a panoramic deck for visitors. There are pipes, steel cables, chains up here. You can smell the smoke from the funnel. I have no idea how the ship works, and I really don't care, as long as it stays afloat.
That's all that matters. There's a gangway here too.
Curious. One can easily toss a gun into the sea from almost anywhere on the ship without being noticed. And yet, the murderer chose the one spot where it's not actually possible.
Yeah, that's what I said. He did it on purpose. There's a reason why the gun is found here on the gangway.
The gangway is hard to miss. Why did the murderer drop the gun on the gangway? They must have noticed their mistake, even if their back was to the sea. So, why didn't they take the gun and throw it a few meters farther into the sea?
Because he wants to confuse us. He wants to challenge us. He's that kind of a psycho. Alright, let's go into the room now. We can examine the crime scene. Crack the seal.
This is the first murder scene I've ever set foot in.
Ooh, exciting, guys. Is there still blood on the bed? On the bed sheets? Oh. Oh. There's very little blood. Maybe her clothing soak it all up, guys. Look at the blood.
There's still blood on the mattress. The sheet and the blanket have already been removed. To analyze them, I suppose.
Oh, that's the mattress. Okay, that explains it. Why there's so little blood.
Nothing.
What does it smell like? Do it again.
The blood spot is the only sign that someone committed a crime in here. Somehow... That's odd. The blood is so... red. Shouldn't it gradually darken in the air? Turn brown?
So that is not blood? That is something else?
The unusual color of the blood could be something that Legrand and Dr. Gebhardt missed last night. All cats are gray in the dark, as the saying goes. I should take a sample.
Ooh.
The unusual color of the blood. All cats are gray in the dark.
So I guess I'm just using that little sash here on the blood. How do we collect the blood?
The
How?
unusual
Wait, maybe we got it already, guys.
These little sash.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But the hotspot is still there. Do I need to cut a piece out? Cut a piece of fabric out.